Hello there from Walt Disney World, the most magical place on earth. There's the brand new sign welcoming us onto Walt Disney World property. That's pretty cool. Today we are heading to Magic Kingdom on a little date day to have some fun, ride some rides, and eat some food. All right, so we are going to be taking the monorail to get over to Magic Kingdom today. Hello, Vernon.
Hello.
There are a few activities that we want to do today. Probably go to Sawyer Island because that recently reopened. Probably get some food, maybe at a restaurant that we haven't been to in a while. And then just maybe ride a few rides that we haven't done in a while too. All right, so heading into the monorail, and this is pretty cool to see how they've done these dividers in here, so now they can fit more parties
And this was packed
into the monorail. Maybe a little bit. Luckily we have our own little cubicle to ourselves right now, but this is still pretty different, right, compared to how it used to be back in the day. All right, and we made it off of the monorail, and here we are in front of the train station at Magic Kingdom. Is there anything that you want to do today?
Nothing in particular. I think that's kind of what the fun part about being here today is. We're just gonna walk around, and if something catches our eye that we want to do, I think we should just do it.
It's pretty hot today compared to the past few days. Orlando has been just all over the place. It's been hot, it's been rainy, it's been cold. So today it's a hot day. Let's go inside, let's have some fun. I'm wearing my Disneyland shirts today, and you're wearing a hat.
A Baymax hat.
Yeah, you never wear hats.
No.
So that's fun. Look at the princesses on their floats right over there, and Roy and Minnie Mouse have now taken their spot back from the Christmas tree right here into the Main Street, USA. Okay, so do you want to go and have lunch right now first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go to Pinocchio's Village House in Fantasyland behind the castle. We haven't been there in a little bit, so it's gonna be kind of fun to see if anything's changed or is different over there in terms of what they offer on the menu. And here at the other end of Main Street are Walt's and Mickey. So we are gonna go to the Village House. I think we do have to put in a mobile order for that. Something else that we could do that we might not do, but we should do at some point, is the riverboats right over there, because the rivers of America are back. And we haven't done that together in a long time too, right? All right, so we just made it through the castle, and Pinocchio's Village House is pretty much on the other side of the carousel, right over there. Okay, so we put in a mobile order for Pinocchio's Village House, and I'm pretty sure that we pick it up over here along the side once it's ready. This area in between Peter Pan's Flights and It's a Small World is pretty busy right now. Looks like they are doing some construction right over there. It's probably because it's around lunchtime, so it picks up a little bit around this time of day. Also, it was just a holiday weekend, I guess, pretty recently, so it's probably busy because of that. So while we're waiting for our food to be ready, this area right here, just as a fun fact about Fantasyland, this cobblestone area, and then right over here, this area, those both used to be where the massive pylons used to be for the Skyway, which would connect right over here, what is now the Tangled restrooms. They used to be the Fantasyland station for the Skyway, over to Tomorrowland, over by the bathrooms over there by Space Mountain. So that's pretty cool. We are still waiting for our food. Okay, so we finally got called for our food at Pinocchio's Village House, and check it out. This is what we ended up getting. We both got a margarita pizza. That looks pretty good, and that did not really take that long, actually. And check out this pretty cool view that we have of It's a Small World. I always love sitting by the window over here, which we don't really get the chance to do it that often. So this is a pretty cool circumstance. Get a nice little view as we indulge in our margarita pizza, right?
I'm excited.
That's where we sat, right over there in the corner. Hello.
Hi.
That was a great lunch.
I really like that pizza.
I think we're heading over to Peter Pan's Flight now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so Peter Pan's Flight is only a 40-minute wait, so I think we are going to go ahead and get in line for it, and I'm pretty sure that it starts way down by Columbia Harbor House. It goes inside Columbia Harbor House right now, and look at the size of this construction out here. This is pretty intimidating. This is a pretty intense pinch point normally, so right now it's probably a little bit worse. All right, and we are in line for Peter Pan's Flight, heading inside Columbia Harbor House. There's the Liberty Bell right over there, and then Haunted Mansion way over there. Okay, so a little bit of a change of plans. We are going to come back to Peter Pan's Flight in a little bit, but I think what we want to do is go over to Sawyer Island, because I think that closes in a little bit, so we definitely want to try to prioritize that before we can't. So that is pretty intense, and that is the end of the line for Haunted Mansion, almost all the way into Frontierland. The princesses are going by again, and Vernon is waving to them. There's the fairy godmother and Cinderella, Snow White, and Jasmine, And there's Belle and Elena and Ariel and Aurora. And then Rapunzel and Tiana. And then Merida. Whew! I got them all. Hooray. Okay. We are heading to Tom Sawyer Island, which I think closes in about an hour. So Tom Sawyer Island closes at 4:30 today, and because of the minimal amount of groups that can get onto a raft to be taken over to the island, it might be a little bit of a wait, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so it's taken about 15 minutes or so, but it seems like we're going to be on the next raft over to Tom Sawyer Island, which I am super excited about. I haven't been over here in months, and it is my favorite place in all of Magic Kingdom. All right, we're pulling away from the dock right now, and it sounds like the Main Street Philharmonic is going by, playing It's a Small World after all, and here we are heading to Tom Sawyer Island. Ooh, I am so excited. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do today here on Tom Sawyer Island is go through a tunnel. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I am so ready. Let's do it. Let's get lost in the darkness together. It'll be so romantic.
I watched you take a step that wasn't there.
I'm okay. You know what? Sometimes you're just kind of living through the camera, which I shouldn't be, and then stuff like that happens. This is old Scratch's Mystery Mine. I have explored many old mines, but this one is the best ever. Strange things happen in here, so keep a sharp eye out and don't stop for nothing. Tom. Okay, we are heading into the darkness. There we go. The camera's adjusting accordingly to the lack of light in here, but only so much. This camera lens does a pretty good job in terms of adjusting to the low lights. So that is pretty cool. Pretty much what you're seeing is what it looks like. Yeah, it's a very slanted walkway in here, but it is still pretty cool. And I think this is pretty much the exit. This tunnel is pretty quick and pretty brief compared to the other tunnel. Okay, and I think we did it. We made it out of the tunnel. And there goes the Liberty Bell. Yay! That'll be a pretty relaxing ride right now, especially on a day like today when it's pretty warm. Now we're heading up to the top of the island, and this is one of my favorite places because I like to have little picnics up here sometimes if I ever remember to bring food with me, which I would like to do that at some point with Brennan in the future. Just bring like a little picnic basket and have some lunch. These are the tables that I'm talking about right here, which are fantastic to relax and enjoy a nice quiet lunch. It does not look like the barrel bridge is currently a thing right now, which is a bit unfortunate.
I never realized how far out that little island was with the barrel bridges and stuff.
Yeah, it's way out there. Okay, so I think we're gonna do the other cave. I'm trying to go down the steps without missing one. Hopefully Brennan doesn't make fun of me again.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't trip down the steps so you don't make fun of me.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Injun Joe's cave, which is right here. Do not worry, Injun Joe ain't been seen in these parts for a long time. His cave is deserted.
Deserted.
P.S. If you and want him, maybe you could worry about just a little bit. Okay, thanks, Tom. You ready?
Deserted.
This cave is deserted. Ooh, this one's dark, and this is one of the coolest parts of this tunnel. Probably very creepy. There's Brennan, right there. You could really get lost in these tunnels very easily, in all the different directions you could go. And then here's the bottomless cavern. Injun Joe met his fate all the way down there. Woo! So this is what I'm talking about. It's kind of confusing in here. Like it all meets up where it's supposed to, where you can get out of the cave, but there are different directions you can actually go, and it's a little bit confusing. Okay, and I think I see the lights at the end of the tunnel, literally.
Oh my goodness.
Did we make it?
Why does it seem like it's darker in there than it has been in the past? Is my eyesight just getting bad?
I think you just haven't done it in kind of a long time.
Oh no.
And there's Haunted Mansion. Hello, Haunted Mansion. And then the Barrel Bridge, which is unfortunately not a thing. What a bummer. Alright, so we're heading over to Fort Langhorne. There's the riverboats, there's Thunder Mountain. We're there. This feels really good to do this today. It looks like they may be preparing to close the fort. Because again, the island does close in just a little bit. This closes pretty early in the evening comparatively to the rest of the park. It's pretty reasonably quiet up here right now. There's Thunder Mountain way over there. is a pretty cool perspective of that, right?
It's, the breeze right here is the best.
Feels pretty good, doesn't
It
it?
feels nice.
It's interesting, you can still use the rifles up here. Shoot over a Big Thunder Mountain. You shooting somebody over there?
That guy.
What did he do?
Social distancing earlier.
What did he do? Okay, so what I think we're gonna do is take the escape tunnel to escape Fort Langhorne, which is gonna let out pretty much right down there. And then I think we'll go do Peter Pan's Flight. How does that sound? Cool. So it sounds like the guard is asleep over here. So this seems like a pretty good time and opportunity to escape. How does that sound? Are you ready for this? Oh, an escape tunnel. How convenient. This one's also a pretty fun tunnel, but I think it's going to be the more tight of all the tunnels and
Very tight.
hard to navigate. There's a little glimpse of daylight out there. It would be pretty cool to explore Tom Sawyer Island at night, without a doubt. I get why it closes. I just hit my arm on the wall. Do you see how tight this is? This is just intense. I get why it closes at night, but man, how cool would that be to explore this at nights? Yay, and it looks like we escaped. Woo! Where's Brennan? There she is. Hello. We did it. We were just right up there. All right, so we got to explore Tom Sawyer Island. We did every single escape tunnel. We got to walk around. We took some fun pictures, which we haven't gotten to do together in a while. And now we can do Peter Pan's Flight and head back to the mainland, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. It took about 15 minutes to get over here, so we'll see how long it takes to get back. Is there anything that you wanted to do?
I kind of wanted to go to the confectionery now.
Ooh, let's do it. The line for Haunted Mansion seems to have relaxed a little bit, so I wondered the same will apply to Peter Pan's Flight, because that was a pretty long line too. I do appreciate how they've utilized the space that they have to make the physically distanced lines, and without a doubt, what the line looks like versus what the wait time actually is going to be a very different story, but it's still, we were in line for a little bit, and then we decided to go and come over to Tom Sawyer Island to go and get that out of the way before it closes, which was probably the better idea because it does close here super duper soon. So there was no line to hop onto the raft back to the main part of Magic Kingdom, but we do have to wait for the riverboat to pass by because it always has the right of way when it comes to the little rafts versus the really, really big boat. So we just get to hang out here for just a little bit, and then we'll be back over there, hopefully relatively soon. All right, and that did not take very long whatsoever. There's the riverboat way over there, and here we are heading back over to the mainland. And we've made it back over to the mainland just in time for Tom Sawyer Island to close. Now it is off to Peter Pan's Flight, and then to end the day, the Confectionery, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So on our way over to Fantasyland, we decided to stop by Pocosville to get some much needed water to rehydrate. Right there, that is the exit to the Country Bear Jamboree, and then right up here, that is the man himself. That is Pocosville. I've talked about this place before, but this is probably one of my favorite restaurants just because of the theming. So Pocosville is considered by many as the meanest, toughest, roughest cowboy of them all. Pocosville has been credited for inventing all things Western, from rodeos to cowboy dancing to spurs, hats, and lassos. And essentially he has a bunch of mighty impressive friends that, as you can see from the articles and artifacts that dot the walls, many of them carry inscriptions. Seems that every trail eventually led to the Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. So there's a bunch of just really, really cool artifacts kind of on the walls in here that I've always really wanted to look around at. Just gonna take my time exploring and appreciating. Gonna have to do that probably at some point in the future, but it is still one of my favorite restaurants. Okay, let's go ahead. Ooh, you're in the dark. Let's go to Fantasyland and ride Peter Pan.
Okay.
All right, here we are back at Columbia Harbor House. We are heading inside for Peter Pan's Flight yet again. Okay, we are heading upstairs at Columbia Harbor House up to the second level. This is cool. And just like that, there's the Liberty Square Market right up there. We're about to head right back downstairs. So that was fun. Haunted Mansion is right outside that window. And here we are. That was pretty fun. Getting to navigate the interior of the dormant seafood restaurant, right? Okay, so we got inside Harbor House and immediately turned and went up the stairs and then pretty much came right back down the stairs and exited out that hallway and then looped around this room that we just came out of. And now we're going into the other part of Columbia Harbor House. So this entire, it seems like mostly the entire part of this line is being utilized for the queue for Peter Pan, which is very, very interesting. See, that's where they're going up the stairs right there. Okay, so it looks like we're getting pretty close to at least getting outside of Columbia Harbor House. Right over here, this is where you would queue up to order your food at the little ordering stations right over there. There's the stairs, that's where we went up the stairs to go once we got inside Harbor House. It's a little bit confusing, but they are really, really using this restaurant right now. But it looks like there's just one more room, and then we'll go up these little stairs right here, and then finally outside and over to the actual ride to Peter Pan's Flights. Hooray! And we made it outside of Columbia Harbor House. I hope that was reasonably easy to follow, but we moved through there pretty quickly, honestly. But at least now we're actually heading back towards Peter Pan's Flights. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty interested in this construction wall right here because it goes pretty far into the pathway right here. Like, that is not a lot of space to maneuver or to navigate. So if this gets incredibly busy, I'm pretty positive that that's probably not the most comfortable area to try to get through. The line for small goes all the way down to the Rapunzel Tangled restrooms way down there. And we are just moving along. Not incredibly quickly, but we're not moving very slowly at all. It's only been about maybe 15 minutes right now. We've almost turned the corner back over towards the entrance of Peter Pan's Flights. This is another pretty tight point right here. This is pretty interesting. All right, so it looks like we are just almost there. We're pretty much right underneath the Peter Pan's Flights sign. We honestly didn't even check to see what the wait time was before getting in line. Let's see, what does it say? It says that it's a 35-minute wait, so I guess we'll see. It's only been about 15. There's the ride right over there. We just have a little bit longer to go. It's going to be kind of interesting going behind this scrim up here. It's going to be a little bit dark, a little bit spooky. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. Instead of going all the way down and back, we're just heading directly inside the indoor portion of the ride here. So that's pretty cool. And then there's the line for Small World right outside. The frame rate in here is always very interesting for this camera. Sometimes it can be pretty cooperative, and then sometimes not even at all. We are moving through this line. I know I keep kind of repetitively saying that, but we're doing a great job, which is great. I'm excited to go to the Confectionery too. So it looks like it's going to be only about I think around a 25-minute wait since we got in line back at Columbia Harbor House before we pretty much turn the corner and get in a boat. So that's really, really good. For Peter Pan's Flight, that is exceptional. Hooray, and we did it. We made it to the front of the line for Peter Pan's Flights. That was really not that bad of a wait. And we get to see the entirety of Columbia Harbor House, which was really, really cool, but it really makes me miss it as a restaurant because it's probably my favorite restaurant at Magic Kingdom. Maybe one day we can meet there again. Usually this line moves so fast, it's pretty hard to get a glimpse of the ride itself. We get to move it so fast to hop into a boat. Oh no, it stopped. Okay, here we are on Peter Pan's Flight off to Neverland. Okay, time for this seamless transition from the little neighborhood into London. And there it is. How beautiful. And we did it. We made it to Neverland. That didn't take too long, did it? They're the pretty Little Mermaids. The Lost Boys are back over there. And here are the Indians. Hello. And here's the pirate ship. And there's Wendy looking all terrified. And then her brothers and the Lost Boys. Peter Pan and Captain Hook up there. And then a seamless transition into the victory for their triumph over Captain Hook. Hooray! Good job, everybody. As Mr. Smee and Captain Hook down here are reveling in their defeat. Okay, we did it. We rode Peter Pan's Flight, and that was not a bad wait time whatsoever. I'm glad that we did Tom Sawyer Island first, without a doubt. Alright, so now we're heading over to the Confectionery to see if there's any sweet treats in there that we could probably bring back home to enjoy and indulge in a little bit later. And then we're going to head back home to the puppy and the cats. So is there anything that you wanted from the Confectionery in particular?
I don't know. I think I just wanted to look around and see if I wanted anything because we never go in there.
We haven't been in there in a long time.
Yeah.
Although I could enjoy Rice Krispie treats, but they have a lot more than that. They have don't even know. They have all kinds of popcorn probably and
Maybe like a
cotton candy.
caramel apple.
Ooh.
If they can cut it up for me.
Okay, so we made it down to the end of Main Street, right outside the Confectionery, and the line for this starts right over there. So let's hop in line and let's get some treats. All right, here we are inside the Confectionery. We have a lot of goodies in here. I'm very interested in probably the majority of them, so I gotta be careful. Okay, so Brennan is getting the pineapple fudge right over there, and then I'm gonna get myself some cotton candy. All right, so we are heading back to the monorail to head back to the car. We had an incredible time at Magic Kingdom. Well, I did. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it's nice and casual and chill, and I got some pineapple fudge.
And I got my cotton candy to enjoy later as well. I think my favorite part of today was gonna be Sawyer Island. It's just such a fun and relaxing place to be, and I love it. I love it so much, and I'm glad that it's back. Got to do Peter Pan's Flight. We got to go eat at Pinocchio's Village House. Got to see It's a Small World from our table. Got to go to the Confectionery for the first time in a while. Today was a great day.
Yes.
Okay, well thank you for hanging out with us today on a very casual and relaxing and fun day in Magic Kingdom. We will see you soon. Have a good day, and goodbye.
Bye.